y'all? It's Chris with arch-usa.com, and it's another Friday, and I wanted to dive into the amazing work that's taking place between these brands. I was going to find a negative slant to kind of look at these marketing campaigns, and then I realized sometimes there's no need to find a position to attack. There's only the reason to introduce and celebrate. In other words, I could easily go back in and say, okay, let's go look at the campaigns that these brands were doing prior to launching these new campaigns and say, well, I don't see this, this, and this. But instead of focusing on that, what I want you guys to do is to see the work that's being done, because not every brand partnered with and paid for All Def Digital, like one of the brands I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's get to it and dig into this discussion. So Reebok, now, and this is a very cool thing, I'm going to show the beginning of this video, and we know that Reebok is in a transitional state. It's going to be sold off by Adidas. We don't know when that's going to take place. We don't know who's going to buy it. I seriously want it to be an athlete-driven purchase that gets it from Adidas, but it's super expensive, and I'm not quite sure if there are enough athletes who can come together who would wear the brand and commit to wearing just Reebok to pull this off, because we know that you have all of these athletes, man, and they all want to wear Jordan. And I mean, even Kanye with his Adidas contract was like, yo, I should still be able to wear Jordan. But it's going to be a difficult thing for me to see that dream come true. But in the meantime, I will celebrate the hiring, or this concept created by Jide Osifeso, who's working with Kirby Jean Raymond over at Reebok on this new aesthetic. But before I jump into K-Swiss, New Balance, and all of these beautifully made videos featuring African American culture, especially this weekend with the celebration of Juneteenth, I want you to look at the beginning of this video and look at how well this is done. It starts off with this couple arguing.
You keep saying that you're leaving. Just leave.
I don't care what you say. That's a direct shot at Adidas. If you don't think that, you're tripping. Why beginning this way? Other than the idea of saying to the people who support Reebok and have been rocking with Reebok and have wanted Reebok to kind of explode and become what it was, if you say you're leaving, just leave. Direct shot at Adidas. I think I might have said Reebok. But let's keep going, because this is another part where the kid leaves the house, right? And we transition outside and this kid leaves the house. And he's getting ready to walk his bike. Now, I don't know if you guys called it walking the bike, but he's getting ready to walk the bike. From the white tree to the end of the road. Another subtle jab. No, it's not subtle. It's directly in your face. From the white tree to the end of the road. This is it. Reebok is about to position itself as a company that's back and attempting to regain its status as the number 3 spot in the sneaker world. It's a beautiful introduction to a long video. Only 6,000 views so far in the last 4 days, which is underwhelming, but it's 11 minutes long, and YouTube is a video platform that works in 3-minute chunks. So even my video right now that's already longer than 3 minutes is a tough sell to get people to stay with you longer than 1 to 3 minutes. That's just the way the platform works. But this 11-minute video is definitely worth your time. It's beautifully shot and created. Will it help to sell shoes? I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to hit the people that it should hit to get Reebok back into a position to start selling. I'm not sure if it's going to do that, but it's beautifully made. The imagery throughout, the titles, the screenshots, the footwear, the classic workouts, and the different shoes, the Club C that shows up in here, and the father and son walking and talking. It's a beautiful, beautiful video. Great job to Reebok. Let's move on to the next video, which I did talk about once before, and I looked at it in regard to how K-Swiss was all about Gary Vaynerchuk over the last 3 or 4 years and being all in on entrepreneurship, and now they've made this strong pivot into trying to bring back the black consumer, which, you know, it's one of those things that I say, you know what, yeah, focus on the black consumer if you like, but that consumer tends to really be all in on Nike. But this Baron Davis video on the history of K-Swiss in LA, hands down, another long video, but really worth your time. You should sit down and you should watch it because it's incredible. It's YG and his crew. It's extremely great job by Baron Davis and the Slick crew. They put it on All Def and it has 500,000 views. It's smart, but I'm pretty sure they paid a pretty penny to run this on All Def Digital. And we remember All Def Digital was previously owned by Russell Simmons, and it was purchased by, I think, Baron Davis and some other investors came in, and they are all utilizing All Def to elevate a lot of comedians and actors and people like that on All Def. But this video by K-Swiss and Slick, this history of K-Swiss in LA, beautiful, beautiful job. Shout out Baron Davis. Let's go on to the next video, which is New Balance. And like I said, I could go back and say, well, what has New Balance really been doing in the black community? Well, New Balance has been signing a ton of African Americans to their athletes roster. They are the company, I told someone yesterday, I said if New Balance went public, they could unseat Adidas as the second biggest sneaker company in the world. New Balance is private, and I think they're probably at 5 to 6 billion a year. If they went public, they would have the funds and the cash flow to unseat Adidas, because the footwear they've been making over the last 2 to 3 years has been just primo. But they didn't put their video on because the video was made by Bricks and Wood. They put it on Vimeo. And Jungle to Jungle, people in LA know what the Jungle is. We didn't go to the Jungle where I stayed in the 90s because you just couldn't go over to the Jungle. But they've taken that and they've turned it into something really positive for this New Balance ad. And I'm talking all over it, and I know you guys are like, man, we can't even hear what you're saying and what it's saying. But it's a really, really cool video that, you know, introduces Bricks and Wood's collaboration with New Balance, and that brand, I think, is one of the coolest small brands
no more greens
out there. This is just great.
What are you talking about?
Claymation. It's some fantastic work going on in marketing in the sneaker industry right now. I really wish the smaller brands had the ability to do these type of things, but this is expensive. But it's important work, and I'm glad it's happening. I'm going to put links to all of the videos down here below. I hope you guys will take the time to go and watch them. Yeah, it is advertisement, we know that, but the craft of video and advertising that comes together in these videos is definitely worth your time, and it's good stuff, man. No negative crap coming out of me on these. I'm happy with them, and I hope you guys will enjoy them just as much as I do. So that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope all is well, and I hope you watched the last video on Sneaker Law. I did a giveaway at the end of that video. I'm telling you about it again at the end of this video because it's a 3-minute platform and you probably won't even see this. Peace, y'all.